you can call me and say, Larry, I need to change this, or what if we did this? You're talking to the guy who does it.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. We have another guest today on CK Design TV, and it's Larry Drinkle from Ativa Welding and Design. Larry, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming down to the studio. And funny enough, you've helped me design so many things across literally Alberta, not just Edmonton. A lot of specialty metalwork within my restaurants or office details. And we have a table and a backdrop here from you too. So not only for my clients, but for my own office here. So thank you very much for all your help over the years. Tell us about Ativa, what the brand really does here in Edmonton, and where the name came from.
The name, I used to be in the ski business when I first started.
Oh, awesome.
And Ativa, I believe, it was a line of our skis, the female skis, the ladies' skis.
Okay.
I just like the word Ativa. It's just different. And that's what I like to do, is different things. I don't like to follow things because I never ever want to be accused of copying someone.
Always original.
Yeah, 100% is everything is original.
And you are an original in our office. I think everybody knows you by first name. Everybody says call Larry or call Drinkle.
Yeah.
And that's something you bring to all our projects is the individuality. And if I could share that with our viewers is, although I would design, let's say, a bar top, a detail for a liquor display in a restaurant, there's always a freedom where you can come in and tweak it and twist it and turn it so that it actually has your signature on it. And I like that. I like that you're open and fluid that way to work with us.
And that's the beauty of working with you, is we can work together. We work more as a team rather than you do this and say, Larry, I want you to do this. I can come back and say, well, what if we just did this?
Yeah,
just kind of change it just a little bit. And you're so open to say, yeah, that might work like that, because you're having two creative minds working together.
Yeah, and you know what's an interesting detail I'll share with a secret, everybody. We built a communal table, me and you, years ago now, and you asked us, I know you said red or black, I was thinking like McDonald's yellow. I just remember when I came back to the office, the rest of the team's like, so is it red or black? And I said yellow, and they all looked at me, who said yellow? I said, that's what Larry said. And they're like, and you went with what Larry said? Tell us about your custom side of that table base, or custom side of this wall rack or this little coffee table. How and what you do in your business that just differentiates you in the market.
It's just imagination.
Yeah.
And I never knew I had this before. And
when you were in the ski biz?
When I was in the ski business and that.
Okay.
And because I was in the sporting goods business for like 15, 16 years. And then I just kind of got into it by fluke. And because I worked for a water ski company, and they were selling docks, and I thought, I can improve on that. So I did. And then I was at another store, and they said, we need some railings. You got a welder, Drinkle? I go, yeah. And he goes, well, make some railings. So I designed the railings. And then
that was just starting the business?
Yeah, just in the garage. And then it just all of a sudden it just skyrocketed from there.
But since then you've done way more than railings for us, so I appreciate all your help. I think that, yeah, there's more than just railings in your Ativa, right?
I've expanded to railings and stairs and like custom stairs to multi-million-dollar homes, and a lot of the times I'll go to the house and the people just go, so what should we do?
Oh wow!
And I'll design railings, and there's like, I don't know if I should say it, but I hate the single, they call it the whale spine, the single spine everybody's doing. And I just don't, I find it boring.
On the staircase, you mean?
On the staircases.
Yeah, whale spine is popular.
Yeah, right. It is popular, but I find it very boring and very plain, where I've said, I can change that. So I've gotten, like, they'll use, say, like a 6-inch, I'll use two 2-inches, and I'll put them side by side.
Oh, wow.
Like close side by side. So it just gives it another visual.
And, which helps them put your signature on the product.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the craziest thing you've had lately asked from you besides stairs and railings?
Quite a few lights. I actually did a 30-foot by 70-foot chandelier.
No way.
I designed that.
And so you're welding and fabricating light fixtures.
Yeah, yeah. And then just kind of on the side, I do house number signs, like like beautiful
correct.
LED.
The backlit I saw in your portfolio.
Yeah, like
that
beautiful
is excellent.
House number signs. And I just finished doing a fireplace, a 20-foot high by 10-foot high raw metal fireplace that matches their stairs that I did their stairs.
And now
to.
just be all metal and it's just powder coated? Is it exposed metal?
No, it's exposed metal. I brushed it all down.
Wow.
And so now it's up. When the sun hits it, because of the metal, the color of the metal and the way it bends and stuff like that, there's probably, when the sun hits it, it's probably 30 different colors.
Oh, wow.
It's gorgeous.
So you had a lot of success outside of just the railing business.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the brand, how many people you have in your shop, and what your process is from taking my ideas or my team's ideas and delivering a masterpiece at the end. Walk us through.
It's just me and my son in the shop.
Yeah.
I've tried to hire other people in the shop, and I just, I've gotten rid of people because they can't grind.
Wow.
It's the simplest thing is...
The art of grinding.
The art of grinding.
Matters, eh?
Something so simple you think, but if you don't grind it perfectly smooth and there's a way to hold the grinder, you're no use to me. So I had my son working with me for quite a while, about 3 or 4 years, and then he asked me what I did when I was younger, and I said I worked at a ski resort. And I said, you should be doing that, because he's 21 years old. So he's working at a ski resort right now. He left me.
Oh, no way.
So he's working at a ski resort having
So
time.
now you got to replace number 2.
So I've been working with it by myself for the last while,
Okay.
but I have a guy who's kind of standby. His name is Andrew, and he comes in when I'm really busy. Like right now, I'm doing a set of. I did an elevator with stairs wrapping around the elevator.
Oh, excellent.
And so I've got him helping with that. I'm happy doing it just by myself, being in control. You can call me and say, Larry, I need to change this, or what if we did this? You're talking to the guy who does it.
Yeah. And instead of your team and your secretary or
Yeah.
whoever you have,
Yeah.
it's more hands-on and you have
Exactly.
better control of that. And I think with regards to our clients, and one that comes to mind would be Chris LaChance and Rebel. The liquor display there has so much character of your own,
Yeah.
but at the same time fits the room so well.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect marriage, and it just you create a piece of art within a restaurant for us. Before we used to do all these for our clients, it would be literally a wood bulkhead or nothing, like a drywall bulkhead. So now having your expertise to hang this thing, that's what creates that marvel and that punch in the room when you walk in.
Well, that was another team effort. How you and I workers, we were just remember we were in the bar and we had a piece of paper and drew a couple lines and go, can you do this?
It all starts with a sketch
Yeah.
sometimes, that's right. And then, we do it on rice paper, but I could do it on site with you on any kind of paper,
Yeah.
on a napkin, as some people call it.
And
But
we've done
it's
that.
It's best sometimes to do it on site, right?
Oh, 100%.
Tell us other parts of the secret of the business. So walk us through the process of what makes you different from the other brands, and or how you work with architects and designers like myself to, create that magic.
I think nothing to pat me on the
What's the
back,
secret
but I
sauce?
have a really good imagination. Rather than just going, well, I'm just going to keep it like this, this, and this, because that's the way everybody does it. And I'm opposite.
And keeping it
Because-
fresh, what's the trick there?
If I'm going to be doing a project, I always go to the place, and you just kind of get a feel of what belongs.
Yeah. And what suits the space. I
Yeah,
think that's smart.
exactly. Yeah, and I don't think a whole lot of people can do that.
So you've been able to combine both, like the art side of that and of course the technical, because welding is quite technical.
Oh, yeah, it can be very, very.
So you've been able to
Yeah.
marry those two together. It's smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
There's one restaurant we did this. Basically, it's pipes, and it's all like we just drew it on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And then I had your designer come to my shop, and that's what I'll do with customers too. Is I'll have them come to my shop, and they have, especially the wives, and and they'll
They have something in their mind.
Oh yeah, and then and I'll set. I shouldn't say this, but I'll set them up so that, what do you think of this? And they'll say, what if I moved it over this way? And I say, oh, that looks great. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. Because now they have part of it, rather than just the design coming up and saying, this is what you're getting.
Yeah, because you could pull that. With your experience in your portfolio of work, you can pull a diva on everybody.
Yeah.
And have it your way or the highway.
Yeah, exactly.
But you collaborate with your clients, and I
Yeah.
think that's your reputation is just stellar that way, right?
it just gives them. Then the person can say if we're designing a light or we're
Yeah.
designing anything, and then the person, and especially the wives, will say, yeah, I had something to do with that,
You participated in the design of that.
and everybody feels so proud.
Which have you had most fun with?
I think the rack at Rebel.
At Rebel, yeah, 142.
That was a challenge.
That was funny. And what was a challenge there?
Just the whole design of it, and it was changing all because we'd be doing it,
Uh-huh.
and then we'd be halfway through it, or I'd be doing something. All of a sudden, just a second here. Hey Chris,
Yeah.
I've got an idea. I want
Something
to do this.
else on your head.
Yeah, something will pop. Like I'll stand back and look at it, and that's the same thing as walking into a room. You stand back and look at it and go, I can make this better.
Oh wow. How often are you like cognizant that it's got to go up the stairs through a door?
You learn by your mistakes.
Okay, so you've seen
So I've
that
done
happen?
that once.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sometimes it doesn't fit in a hallway or in an elevator. This one here?
This didn't
I didn't
fit.
know that.
No, this didn't fit. So we had to change the design on, like the legs. I made the legs too long.
Okay, so this one was an
And,
issue.
it was an issue.
Yeah, no, we've had to take out a window on a store.
But it's all.
So it happens.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
To the best
But you,
of us.
but you always can miss. Like you have a weird staircase.
Yeah.
And I missed it. But you know what? You miss it, and you go, okay, I got to fix this.
Because of
It's-
heights and difficulties
Yeah,
and
exactly.
constraints to the
Yeah.
space. How do you see 2020 rolling out, and what are the challenges to your business moving forward? How do you see the market?
The biggest challenge is the guys who think they can do what I do.
Okay, so
Is
why do they
these guys-
challenge you?
Because they think they can just go into a house and say, yeah, I can make your railings.
Okay, so they're
Or I
challenging
can
you
do
with
stairs.
the race to the bottom. So they're providing quotes that are
Ridiculously low.
Yeah, so
like
that
they're not
affects
making any
your
money,
margins,
and
yeah.
it's ridiculous. They're giving it away, but then the problem is, and I've had this a couple times,
Yeah.
where the guys give it away, and then the customer will phone me and go, "Hey, Larry, I should have called you."
because then they see what happened.
Yeah, they don't realize how much work it actually is to do welding, to do a set of stairs. or
Time
do-
consuming, blah blah blah.
Time
Right?
consuming, designing, going back and forth, making everything fit perfect. Like to do a set of stairs, like a custom railing on a set of stairs, is not like a
The precision's
you don't.
nuts,
Yeah,
right?
the precision is unreal. But then you get the people who don't. All of a sudden they go, you'll be going through it, and then you go to send them an invoice, and they go, well, I'm going to give you 80% of your invoice or 60% of your invoice. I'm like, what? So now,
Post completion.
yeah, and it's
They
or
change
no,
the price.
complete. They just change the price because they say, well, I don't think it's worth that much.
Oh,
I'm thinking, who the?
Sorry, and then at that time you've already installed it, so you get caught.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've learned last couple of years now, I've been too nice of a guy, and
Well, I hope
let
that
it-
doesn't change because I think people love you and your
Well,
personality.
yeah, but it's just you just now I kind of
Yeah.
know. I get the feeling that, hey, I want 50% up front, and I want the other 50% before I actually install it.
Okay, upon delivery
Yeah.
at the space.
Yeah, you can get. I'm getting now, so I get the feeling of people that you can do that with. But I'm doing a job right now with a guy who I'm doing like the stairs around the elevator and that, and he questioned one of the pricing of the elevator, and I said I've never ever like I've done quite a bit of work for this guy before, and I said I've never taken advantage of you. He goes, do you know what? You're right.
Tell me how you go about attacking a job or meeting us on site and saying, guys, I got it. I see the challenge. This is the solution.
I seem to have a knack of being able to look at something and make it, rather than make it really, really complicated, being able to design something that fits and makes it work. So I have a lot of customers that I'll go to their houses, and they're fairly wealthy people or very wealthy people. And they'll have people over, and the last thing I find what the customer wants is a person to come into their home and go, I've got that on my wall too. I really like it when a customer has a little bit of their input also, what we were talking about earlier. They have their little bit of input, and then when it's on the wall, they can say,
It's theirs. Where does Ativa go from here? So what do you got planned the next 2, 3, 5 years? Is it continuing the success you've had with the custom rail, custom stair, custom metalwork for restaurants? Or do you see a new angle? Do you see more lighting? Do you see something? What do you got in your sleeve here?
I kind of
For
go
the
with,
brand.
I just kind of go with the flow. Like I went with my house number signs was kind of a little thing over to the side, and I actually do quite well with that.
Okay.
Because they don't want to have the same thing down the block.
Yeah, it's very unique to each
Yeah.
one, right?
So those kind of people, they pay a lot of money for it. So I will not have one anywhere in that area. Custom stuff and cool stuff. And I've been in the business for like I think 10 years or something like that. I've been doing it
Wow.
now. And I've never done anything twice.
Everything's custom and everything's unique to it.
Yep.
It's to the user.
To the customer. I will semi-roll with the trends.
Okay.
Like it's the stair, when we were talking about the stairs, everybody has the single, I do the double. Or triple, I've even done triple.
So you
which
push
is really
back
cool.
on the trend.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to thank you for your time, man.
Thank you very
Thanks
very
for all
much.
your help on our projects. I think our clients and our viewers back at home really appreciate what you do, and I look forward to many more years of working with your team.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
Thank you.
I really enjoy it. I love all your staff and everything, and it's a pleasure working with you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.